Lactic acid in Glycosuria. The purpose of knowledge shared here is only educational and to increase awareness. Please always consult your family doctor before using any medicine. Self-treatment may always be injurious. ग्लाइकोसूरिया अर्थात पेशाब में शुगर आना, डायबिटीज की बीमारी कभी ठीक नहीं होती ऐसा विश्वास किया जाता है, किंतु यह निराधार तथा भ्रामक है और सत्य नहीं है। यदि आपको ग्लाइकोसूरिया है, पेशाब में शुगर आ रही है, जहां आप पेशाब करते हैं वहां चींटे लग जाते हैं और यहां बताए गए लक्षण आपको हैं, तो आपके लिए लैक्टिक एसिड उपयुक्त दवा है। आइए जानें कि ग्लाइकोसूरिया नामक बीमारी में दवा लैक्टिक एसिड कब उपयोगी है। When to use lactic acid in glycosuria? Excessive thirst, frequent and copious micturition, urine contains sugar, skin rough and dry, obstinate constipation, tongue dry sticky, gastric ailments, debility and emaciation, feels constantly tired and exhausted from slightest exertion, rheumatic pains with profuse urination। आइए जानें मेडिसिन लैक्टिक एसिड के कुछ अन्य महत्वपूर्ण लक्षण। Almost impossible to write correctly, drops out words and misspells, memory seems affected, cannot remember anything an hour after it has happened, great discouragement during pregnancy, vertigo when turning head suddenly on stooping, tightness and fullness in head on stooping, it seemed as if blood would burst from the nose, sensation of fullness in the forehead as if the brain was too large, dull aching pain over the left orbital region, worse bending forward, pain in the head and back all night, severe pain in forehead and all through head with chill, congestion of head, painless with strong pulsation of vessels of neck, desire to have the head lie high, hyperesthesia of retina, steady aching in and behind the eyeball, dark clouds pass before eyes, cannot see letters on blackboard, smoky appearance of room, pupils dilated, dark clouds pass before eyes, cannot see letters on blackboard, smoky appearance of room, marked protrusion of eyes, pupils dilated, feels tired, sharp pain in the left eye, worse while reading with photophobia, direct light is painful, great sensitiveness of smell, nasal catarrh with copious thick yellow mucus discharge, leucorrhea, epistaxis every morning, greenish yellow stools with tenesmus, congestion of blood to face and head, tongue dry, parched, sticky, thick white coating on tongue, yellow coating on tongue with bad taste in morning, very sore mouth, cankersores, child had been fretting, cried on taking any food into the mouth which was inflamed, the tongue and lips studded with little white blisters with a red base, mouth very dry, roof dry, feels burnt, copious salivation during pregnancy, much saliva in the mouth tasting salty, great dryness of throat with hoarseness and dry cough, fullness in throat which keeps him swallowing frothy mucus, lumps or fullness feels like a small puff ball, not better by swallowing, constricted feeling low down in throat with slight nausea, sensation of plug in throat, sense of constriction in throat, rough and dry, voracious appetite and great thirst, uneasiness in the stomach after food and drink, diabetes mellitus, food sours, irritations, flatus, indifference to food, after eating, nausea, retching, water breath, uneasy in stomach, diabetes. Smoking aggravates all symptoms. Sensation as if all food was lodged under the upper end of the sternum, which oppresses and distresses for hours. Water breath with continued profuse discharge of saliva, irritations of hot acrid fluid which burns from stomach to throat, nausea after getting up in the morning, nausea with seasickness, with headache, nausea with pain through right eye, nausea with cough, nausea followed by backache, nausea after eating with copious saliva during pregnancy, nausea worse from any motion, constant nausea, morning sickness particularly in pale anemic women who lose much blood during menses, feeling of emptiness and sinking at the stomach, diabetes mellitus, slight depression and constriction in the cardiac region, better by bending the chest forward. Burning and weight in the stomach is worse by smoking. Pain across the lower abdomen as with menstruation, which is not the case. Pain over the crest of left ileum extending forward. Bowels are very costive. Stool once a week. Faces hard black. Diabetes mellitus. Greenish yellow stools with tenesmus. Epistaxis. Soft mushy stool. Sharp pain across lower abdomen before stool. Diarrhea. Aching pain in anus. Urine in large quantities passed frequently. Diabetes. Urine deep brownish red with much reddish sediment. Urine so copious seemed as if turning into urine. Also with a sore, stretched feeling in the bladder. Urinates frequently day and night, attempting to retain it causes pain. Voracious appetite, great thirst, frequent and profuse saccharineurine, skin harsh and dry, no sweat, bowels very costive, stool once a week, faces hard black, tongue dry, parched, sticky, feeling of emptiness and sinking at stomach, debility, chilliness, especially extremities, weariness in extremities, aversion to exercise, uneasiness in stomach after food and drink, diabetes, phlegmatic dark complexion, dark hair and eyes, attacks of dropsy several times, great weakness, restless during night, severe aching pains in feet and legs, preventing sleep, frequent voiding of foamy, strong-smelling dark urine, quantity from 18 to 20 pounds in 24 hours. In morning, urine contained a large amount of salt. In evening, a large excess of sugar. Violent thirst day and night. unable to walk further than a few rods. Diabetes mellitus. In the morning, annoying erections, but loins ache too much to attempt coition. Dreams of sexual intercourse with erections, no emission. Aching pain in the region of the right ovary, worse by rapid walking or exercise. Pain as if menstruating, sitting with feet high relieves uterine soreness. Great itching of vulva during menstrual flow. Leucorrhea stains yellow as saffron. When leucorrhea was stopped, nasal catarrh ensued. During pregnancy, morning sickness, salivation, nausea and vomiting. Morning sickness in pale anemic women who lose large quantities of blood during menses, which usually last from 5 to 8 days. Nausea and vomiting of sour substances, sour taste, no desire for breakfast, food seems to come almost up into mouth, faintness in stomach, diarrhea, pregnancy. Water baths of hot sour fluid, hot acrid irritations which burn from stomach to mouth full of water, burning in stomach, nausea better by breakfast, gone sensation low down in stomach, pregnancy. For an hour and a half after rising, voice entirely without control. Whispering and speaking when expecting to speak loud, croaking and deep hoarse voice, dryness and burning of larynx, great dryness with hoarseness and dry cough, dryness and rawness extending to larynx, rim of glottis particularly affected, aphonia with dryness of glottis, hoarse, hard, dry cough, sensation of dryness of epiglottis with spasmodic contractive sensation, great dryness of throat, hoarseness and dry cough, dryness, scratching and burning in throat, tearing in larynx and trachea with hoarseness, difficult expectoration of grey tasteless mucus are so tough that air can hardly pass through it, horrible dreams of abysses and restless sleep, group sound not heard, hoarse, hard, dry cough sensitive to cold air, spasmodic ringing cough from hot irritations, worse smoking, constant cough, worse in spring and fall, with foot sweats, severe cutting or sticking pain in the upper third of the right side, worse from motion, better with arm close to the side, rheumatic pain in the right side of neck and right breast, worse stooping head, aching and sore pain across the small of the back, darting across the right side of the small of back, worse stooping, passing away gradually, profuse inoffensive sweating of feet, articular rheumatism, sweat acrid and profuse, urine clear or high colored and frequent, profuse or scanty, rheumatic soreness in muscles of chest, back and extremities, rheumatic inflammation of elbows, knees and small joints of upper and lower extremities, worse at night and from motion, fever with headache and fullness of heat, desire to have the head lie high, stooping causes vertigo, it seems as if blood would burst from the nose on stooping, pain inside of neck worse on stooping, pain in right side of small of back on stooping, bending forward aggravates pain over the orbital region, Constriction in the cardiac region is better on bending forward. Sitting with feet high ameliorates uterine soreness. Arms close to the side ameliorate cutting pain in the side. Can stand only with difficulty. Tired. Going to bed starts itching. Turning the head suddenly causes vertigo. It seems as if eyes would burst out of the head. Motion aggravates nausea. Cutting pain in the side worse from motion. Motion of arm aggravates pain in shoulder. Motion of leg aggravates rheumatic pain in knee joint. Motion aggravates inflammation of extremities. During and after motion very tired. Exercise aggravates aching in the right ovary. Aversion to exercise. Going downstairs causes a lambing stitch in the right patella. Knee is weak. Walking rapidly aggravates aching in the right ovary. On walking rapidly, weakness and trembling of the whole body. Cannot walk further than a few rods. Great weakness, trembling of the whole body while walking. Debility, weariness of limbs, aversion to exercise, diabetes mellitus. Tired all over, can stand only with difficulty. Very tired on waking with aching limbs as if he had not slept. Spasms of different muscles, rigor of body. Tired as if he had walked a great distance. During and after motion, eyes protrude. Intermittent hysteria, nauseated in morning when swallowing, and gets worse until 9 a.m. When she vomits large quantities of tough phlegm, sometimes had to remove it with finger, lasting till 9 p.m. Stupid, drowsy all day, restless all night. Restless all night, could neither sleep nor lie. Sleepless with vertigo, with backache. Warmth aggravates burning on legs. Going quickly from warm to cold or vice versa aggravates red burning spots on legs. Cold all night, even when well covered. Sensitive to cold air. Bathing ameliorates headache. Sun's damp weather. Chilly mostly on limbs. Chronic osteitis, exhaustosis, especially of thighs. Chickenbreast. Articular rheumatism dissolves many tissues. Skin hard and dry. No sweat. Diabetes mellitus.